You guys are having a good day. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent Black people. Now, I want to, first of all, say hello to everybody and greet everybody as you come in the chat. And, let me just say this. You all have mentioned to me that you want us to do more to support artists that are B1, meaning Black first, that we put our community first, that are also talented and positive and awesome. So one person I thought about is Miss Elshaddai. Elshaddai, is your last name Do Elshaddai?
No, it's so Elshaddai is one word. So it's
okay.
Yeah, and my last name is Mugata.
Mugata, Elshaddai Mugata. Where did I get Do? Where did I get DU from?
I don't know. I think DU. That's where we met. We met at DU.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah. So let me tell you about Elshaddai. You are now. Well, I'll confirm this as we speak. Now, you graduated from USC, right? You are
graduating this year.
You're graduating this year. Okay, so you are an emerging senior at USC, which is a very, very good school. And I met Elshaddai when I went to give a speech in Denver at the University of Denver. And she was 17 at the time, and she wanted to talk to me about all these issues. Now, first of all, when I go speak on a college campus, usually there are no high school kids there, and the fact that she was so interested in learning really was impressive. And she had such a great energy, and she's super smart. So we've been friends ever since, all through your college years and everything. And she also happens to be a really talented singer. And so, Elshaddai, first of all, welcome. I'm glad you're here.
You so much. Thank you. It's so good to be here.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. All right. So you're in California now, in LA. Is that correct?
I'm actually in Colorado with my family, but I'm based in LA because of COVID now.
Oh, okay. So COVID brought you back, and but you're still finishing up at USC now. You guys doing online classes or?
Yes, we are.
Really? Okay. Yeah. That's kind of that doesn't seem like too much fun. Is that accurate?
Dean's list regardless, so I mean it works out.
There you go. Yeah, so you should applaud for her, because she she overcame a lot and persevered and succeeded, and she's doing really well. And you were now last time we had talked, I remember you said something about wanting to be in the music school. Now, are you still in music school or in a different part of the university?
So I was a double major, and I'm still like in the music school of connected to the faculty, and that's like where my network was based, just because I did about half of my college education within the music school. But I was in the business and communication school at the Annenberg School of Communication. So I'm graduating with a degree in communication from USD, but I did both the music program and the comm program. So
Okay. All right. So music and communication. Okay. That's good stuff. Yeah. And we've had conversations about the music industry and, just the way it works and how to position yourself in the right way. Now, I know that I run my mouth and I yap a lot. I try not to preach, but maybe I sound preachy. I try not to be, but it is what it is. Sometimes you got to preach stuff to get it out there. But based on sort of all of our discussions about the music industry, what has been kind of your impression, like as a young person, as you're going into that industry?
Yeah, I think the music industry is definitely not for the weak-hearted. It's not somewhere that you can just go and just dabble into or go in unprepared. It's really competitive and it's really intense. And it's not the most kind industry. It doesn't really care much about your feelings. It's really business oriented. It's about, at the end of the day, making money for.
So it's about the business of music. The business kind of drives everything.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Artists are the ones that make the industry. And obviously we care about music and we care about the art. But the industry itself does not care. It cares about what it cares about what is commercially viable, and that's kind of the North Star. It's extremely difficult to make it in the music industry, which this is the reason why I told you my parents were really reluctant about supporting me at first in my career, just because as an immigrant, first generation American, they wanted me to be able to go to school, get an education, and something that they knew would guarantee me some kind of success in the future, which, in hindsight is really not realistic. Nothing is going to be guaranteed ever, but music probably not the most, sustainable career for most people. And I've noticed that the one thing that I've learned, I think, is that your network is everything in this industry. Who you know just takes you so far. And that has been something that I've been lucky enough to be on the upper hand with, with being at USC, being mentored by Patrice Rushen, who is like one of the greatest like Black artists of that generation. She has her song Forget Me Nots, and she was a musical director for the Grammys and just so many award shows, and just has had an incredible career and is so talented. She really opened the door for me as a pop student. And in my program, there was only 25 of us, so it was a really small community. So we really got a chance to be intimate with the professors and the faculty who are actively in the industry, right? The things that they're teaching us are things that are actively being practiced, things that they're, actively connected to. So that has been a really, really big advantage that I've been blessed enough to receive in terms of launching my musical network from a really strong base. And that has helped to further, my experiences and really helped me. So I think my experience has probably been a lot easier than most. Just because of the education that I've been awarded. So but at the end of the day, regardless of what kind of industry it is, if you love music, you're going to love music and you're going to do music regardless. So
okay. Well, speaking of music, you just so you guys know, Elshaddai, I think I can get her to sing a song while she's here. Now, the audio is not perfect, guys. This is not studio quality stuff, but her Instagram is right here. So you should follow her Instagram because she does these concerts on her Instagram page, which I think are really great. And I was listening to one. I said, this is really good. I said, if you want to come on my YouTube channel and sing, I'd love to have you. So she's agreed to come in. So could you guys cheer her on and kind of let her know that you'd love to hear her voice? Did you have something that you wanted to kind of start us off with? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, for sure. I have a song I think we can start off with.
All right, go for it. And everybody follow her on Instagram. Her Instagram's right there. I am Elshaddai. She wants to get up to 10,000 followers. So help her get to 10,000, and she deserves it. So go ahead, sister.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out late. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Oh, does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Ha ha ha, bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. And My heroes had the light, lose their heart out on a limb. All I remember was thinking, I want to be like them. Mm-hmm. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. So it's no coincidence I've come. And I can die when I'm done. Ooh, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Probably.
Nice, very nice. So everybody, give her a digital round of applause. You know, like I said, this is not perfect studio quality audio, but you should actually follow her also on Instagram because she does concerts online. I think that's really, really smart. That's one of the pieces of advice I give any young person that wants to have people know about their talent is, you know, just get out there. You know, social media is the best opportunity ever. And you reminded me a little bit of somebody that I just admire immensely by the name of Victory Boyd. And I'm sure I told you about Victory.
Yeah.
And yeah, Victory. I met her at in New York, or actually I met her in Baltimore first, and I said, "Hey, can you sing a song for us?" And she sang, and everybody in the room was blown away. And I just filmed it, and I threw it up online, and she goes viral. And now she's literally living with Kanye West in his Montana, Wyoming ranch, and she wrote 3 songs on Kanye's album. And I had no idea until she told me later. She said that was when my career took off. Was when you shared the video. Because she had actually been signed by Rock Nation already, but
Okay.
a lot of these labels, they keep their artists like kind of just flat until they, like, even with Kanye, Jay-Z and Dame Dash were not promoting him. He had to really kind of jump out there and push his promotion.
Yeah.
Right? So with Victory, she was just there. And then when she went viral, they were like, "Oh, we got something here. Let's promote this." So next thing I know, she's performing everywhere and wowing everybody. And so in a way, you reminded me of her because she's like you in the sense that that it's not so much just about the talent; it's the quality of your character. You know, just what kind of person are you? And when I first met you, I remember you were very friendly. You had this smile, and you should have seen it. And her brain is like a supercomputer. And because I remember you said something that I never forgot, that I never heard from a 17-year-old, and you were describing life. And you said, you know, it's kind of like bacteria. They're born, they wiggle around, and then they die. And like human beings, we do the same thing. We're born and we wiggle around and then we die. Do you remember telling me that? Do you remember saying that?
I do. And we were saying like how you're like literally just like 2 numbers and a dash. It's like the year you were born, the year you die, and like a dash. And how like the best thing is to try to make that dash as cool as possible. Like try to live the coolest life you can.
Yeah. And she was saying these things, you know, as a 16, 17-year-old. I guess you were 17.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, okay, this got something going on. And so then you go out to Cali, and there's all this competition at USC. USC is not a joke when it comes to music, my God. And you actually took a picture. I'm gonna show you this picture. I want everybody to see this picture. Tell me who is in this picture. This is on Elshaddai's Instagram page. And I'm going to share my screen so everybody can see it. And I want y'all in the chat to tell me who you see Elshaddai with in this picture. So give me a second here. I'm pulling it up now. There we go. Boom. So who can guess who is that person in the picture? Can anybody tell me who that is? And I'll give you guys a second to answer. Let me know who you see. Can you see? He's a little bit small, but I think you can see it.
Do 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 do.
There you go. Black Jeopardy in the building. All right. So that is Mr. Stevie Wonder. And so I remember it seemed like you met Stevie when you were a freshman, right? Wait, like weren't you early in your college career when you bumped into Stevie?
Yeah, I think it was sophomore year I met him.
Tell me about that. Like what was the context of that?
The connection, yeah. So I was actually mentored by an incredible artist by the name of Ndugu Chancellor. For anyone who's familiar with him, if you're not, he was a drummer and a producer. And he played with everyone. Santana, he toured with Frank Sinatra, but he's most notably known for working with Michael Jackson. And he actually did the backbeat on Billie Jean. So, which was like an iconic groove that had really never been done before he did it. And he was a resident professor of music at the Thornton School of Music, where I was, a student in the pop program. And he was just incredible at that time. Like I said, it was a really small program, really competitive. And, coming from where I came from, being a self-taught musician, being accepted into this really prestigious institution with kids who've been training their entire lives for it was really intimidating. But Ndugu was kind of like just my rock. That was like my grandpa, like he was just reminding me like, hey, like you're from Ethiopia, you have a musical palette and just a background that none of these kids have, so, hold on to that and focus on that and the things that make you unique and special. So he was a really special person to me, and he passed away my sophomore year.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
There. Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. I wasn't surprised when you met Stevie. Now, just so y'all know, Elshaddai. You also might have seen her one time. We were at Dame Dash's house. Remember that?
Yes.
I forgot about that. Yeah. And I went Instagram live for a second, and I think you. And you know what was interesting? I remember I could have sworn somebody made a crazy comment, like they thought that I had, met some young girl and was hanging out with, like some young, they were like, Dr. Boyce, what are you doing chasing those young girls? I'm like, I'm not chasing anybody. Like, what are you talking about? And so anyway, you met Dame. That's an experience.
Yeah, and then remember that's when I sang for him, and he gave me a lot of, pointers and stuff, and was just saying that he was really impressed. And then I ended up working with him for like a year after that, which was so cool.
Yeah.
Like their whole thing at like, there's their label and everything, like being connected. Connie would like come around the office sometimes. It was so like trippy to be like a freshman and experiencing that, like was nuts,
Yeah. Well, that's what but that's what people like me are supposed to be good for, is supporting and and showing the road and everything else. Because a lot of the stuff that you're living now, like you're 23, 23 was way back for me. So it's kind of like you're like, okay, now I know a few little tricks and ways to kind of cut just cut through the BS. Because sometimes like you go through and you're blind and you don't have any guidance. It's terrible. I didn't have a lot of guidance. I had to figure stuff out, but then again, figuring out is fun too, right? But let me ask everybody this. Okay, would you like Elshaddai to sing another song? Give me a bunch of yeses in the chat, and maybe I could talk her into singing another song. So give her some yeses, give her some encouragement. And while we get your yeses, Amsterdam Bud is asking, where is your family from? I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, my family's from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and Asmara, Ethiopia. So it's the main city and like a rural town, a couple hours outside of the main city. That's where my dad's from, and my mom is from the main city. So.
Okay. And have you been back? I mean, when's the last time you were in Ethiopia?
Yeah, I was back there in 2019. Actually, no, 2020. 2020, in the beginning of 2020. So I was there for winter break. So December 2019 to January 2020. But I've gone back I think 6 times now. I was born there too. So my whole mom's side of the family is there. So I go back a lot. It's like my safe haven. So. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm getting some yeses from Big Cuz 410, and Shane Collins says absolutely yes. And K Natural 1 is just giving a bunch of little emojis. I guess I don't know what those are, but it's some emoji that says please sing.
Any requests? Are there to sing, or do they just want me to sing whatever?
Well, you know what? Why don't you pick a song that you like, and we'll just go for it. I mean, this is an informal concert space was as good as any. So I'll let you kind of do your thing. I'll let you take the big screen. Everybody follow Elshaddai on Instagram. Her Instagram's right here. It's I am Elshaddai. It's spelled right there on the screen. You can look her up. Also, there's a post I put up on my Instagram, which is The Real Boyce Watkins, that has a link to her page. So if you scroll down my page, maybe 3 posts, you'll see the link. You can click on it there, or you can just type it in, either one. Okay, so Elshaddai, fire away. Floor is all yours.
All I'm gonna hear sing a little bit of "Someone Like You" by Adele because everyone loves that song.
Okay, sounds good.
I heard that you're settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess she gave you things I didn't give to you. Old friend, why you so shy? Ain't like you to hold back or hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight it. I'd hope to see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead.
Very nice, very nice. I love it. Okay, so everybody, give this young black woman, this black girl magic, this young manifestation of black excellence, this black girl's rock realization.
Yes, the new
There we go. We're
beauty.
hashtagging all of that, right? Put those hashtags in there. Give her a digital round of applause. Let her know. Let's cheer her on. Let's let her know that that she's talented and also just a great person. And also, if you have a question for Elshaddai, you can put it in the chat, and we'll answer as many as we can. So I did see one question, Elshaddai, that I want to ask you. And everybody, please hit the thumbs up button also, and you can follow Elshaddai right there on her Instagram. It's right there on the screen. So what are your biggest influences in terms of music? Your favorite artists, the ones that just get you going, that kind of thing. Uh-oh, looks like she's frozen. Hey, Elshaddai. Okay. She's a little frozen, so let me see if I can get her unfrozen. Is she frozen on your screen too? Okay. If she's frozen on your screen, we'll give her a second to come back in. But while we wait for her to come back, this is where you can follow her on Instagram. Also, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, share button, subscribe button. If you want to support this platform, you can go to intelligentblackpeople.com. There she is. She's back. Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was here the whole time. I didn't know what happened.
Oh, did you hear the question?
Did you say who are my favorite influences?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I really like Stevie Wonder, which is so crazy because I'm connected with him now. I love Indie. Lauryn Hill is a big inspiration for me. If you guys don't know Tori Kelly's like a really big musical like muse for me. Definitely check her out. Yeah, I'll connect you boys. She's super cool.
Okay.
Really big voice. Yeah, I really like those people. And her music. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. She's really cool too. I like her.
Oh, her. Oh, you mean Tori Kelly or?
No. Her name is actually her, like Her.
Oh, I was like her. Who? Her?
Yeah.
Who? Got it. Okay. It's like that candy bar they used to have called whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
like what is it? Whatchamacallit? Yeah, you can't
Whatchamacallit.
remember? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so I think that this is great. I mean, what's interesting is I meet a lot of people that are in entertainment that are singers or rappers and stuff like that, and I don't know what to do with it all the time. I mean, they're like, hey, can you help me do it? I'm like, help you do? I don't know. I don't know, but I do know a little bit about the industry in the sense that the business side just kind of drives everything, and I know. When I talk to entertainers, I know they seem the older heads seem to feel that learning the business side is really important. Like a lot of the artists that are doing well financially are doing well because of the business moves, not just because of the music moves. So as you're kind of moving into the industry, I mean, is this something that you're trying to do as a career? And if so, like in what capacity?
100%. Yeah, I definitely want to do it as a career. And I've been blessed to be able to already start kind of getting placements, either as songwriter or as an instrumentalist on a variety of different songs. And I've already started putting out my own music on Spotify and Apple Music. So you guys can definitely go check that out and follow those pages to kind of keep up with my career. But absolutely, like you were saying, knowing the business is the most important part of all of this, because there are so many crap deals and so many just traps for new artists where labels are just trying to take advantage of them. And like we were talking about earlier, just shelving artists so that they don't sign with anyone else, but not really allowing them to move and be creative. So educating yourself on the business is so important. Like I said, I've been able to take classes at USC about music industry, but there's a lot of books. There's one that's called Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business. That's a really great reference for anyone who's interested. Definitely pick up that book. It gives you like a nice little overview. But yeah, so it's definitely really important.
Interesting. Well, you know what? JS makes a good suggestion. He says we need alcohol-free bars or lounges where we can hear fresh talent and also have speakers who come in to speak. I think it's a good idea. I've actually participated in stuff like that before. Something in St. Louis it was just like a club, and they had the bouncers and the maitre d' and and the ambiance and the bar and the DJ and all that, but everybody was there to hear like financial speakers. Like it was like really funny. I did that again with David Banner, who's a great artist himself, and I think Dr. Claude Anderson was there. And the whole night, all we did was we talked about, Black wealth and Black economics. And that's appropriate, because actually there's a Bloomberg article I just saw today I was excited about, where they said Black people are just really getting into investing. Like even white people are noticing that Black people are talking about wealth and real estate and starting businesses and putting money in the stock market and family generational legacy and all that, even more so than the average member of the white community. Like, I mean, you've got wealthy people, right? But then you've got the masses. We're ahead of the masses. Like I think as a community, we're starting to like set the trend in that area, which I think is the coolest thing ever. So let me ask you this. All right. So did you, I guess I had another question, but actually, did you want to go to another song?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. You guys ready? You guys ready to hear another song? Give the sister a yes. Give her some positive reinforcement. JS is saying, instead of the negative music today with no message. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I want to talk about music and, some of what you're hearing, and just from your perspective, in terms of like, where does the line of, where do you draw the line between free creative expression and something that is just unhealthy for the world, right?
Yeah.
Just process that while you sing. So Tim Wright said, "Go girl," which means shut up, boys. So you do your thing. I'll be cool.
Okay, cool. I'm going to sing a song by another one of my biggest inspirations, Bob Marley. And I'll sing this one a cappella too. I've seen like a cappella just so they can see, my real voice. So. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds, each by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry, don't you worry about a thing. Singing, don't you worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Yay.
Yay. All right. So give her a digital round of applause. Everybody say something positive. We are here to be happy, positive Black people. And speaking of positive is the opposite of the word negative. And I'm not going to be negative, but there are some people that have seen some stuff happening in the music industry that has, to be honest, kind of disturbed them. One I think would be Lil Nas X and his whole thing with the devil and all that stuff. And I mean, and I'm sure you heard about that because you're an artist, and actually I'll let you guys kind of see some of the imagery from it. Yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail. I'm not going to show too much of it, but because I don't want to get too much attention, because
Yeah.
I almost feel like it's like disrupting the spirit of this whole conversation.
Yeah.
But I believe in truth and rawness and honesty in the sense of kind of saying, like let's have these hard conversations. Nobody wants to infringe on the freedom of expression of an artist, right? But it almost seems that sometimes when you see an artist doing something outrageous and offensive to get attention, it can become it just kind of, it's very hurtful to watch. It's very distressing, to see our society go in that direction. So how do you as an artist, draw that line? I mean, what do you say to your other artistic friends when you're seeing an artist really being an artist in his own way, but it's kind of like, whoa, what is that?
Yeah. It's really hard. It's kind of like when kids like learn art in school. It's weird because it's like you're being graded on something that's completely like subjective. Like it's something that is completely up to interpretation. So I think with art, it's really interesting because, like you said, artists do have the creative control and the capacity to create in whatever they think is appropriate. But where do we draw the line between, taking children into consideration, the consumers into consideration, seeing how the influence that these artists have will influence society, With the example of Lil Nas X's song, it was really interesting because being a spiritual person, a person of faith, a Christian, it was just very like, I'm not even going to listen to that song. I don't even want to let my spirit be almost like touched by content or let my eyes see content that I know is not going to serve me. But eventually it found its way on my Snapchat, on my Instagram, on my Facebook. It was everywhere. I literally could not avoid it. So instead of living in fear of it, I was like, okay, let me just see what he's even talking about. I still to this day have not seen the video because I just don't think I need to see that. Yeah. So what I did is I looked up the lyrics. So I just looked up the lyrics. The lyrics to the song itself have nothing to do with the devil. They don't have anything to do with anything like that, which I thought was really interesting. He's actually speaking about like going to see like a romantic interest of his and how that guy was probably not living the best lifestyle, how he was doing drugs and stuff, but he was just like not really concerned about it and was just there to hook up with him. It's kind of like a really sleazy song, kind of, to be honest, and like but it has nothing to do with spiritual context really at all, but the video does, which I thought was really interesting, how he chose such a controversial set of images and a narrative that is very sacred to many people. Just the story of Adam and Eve bringing in tides of God and Lucifer falling from heaven, all that stuff. It's just very, like you said, it's attention grabbing. I to be honest, I don't like to speak on other people's art. I don't want to judge them or what they're doing as long as what they're doing isn't necessarily affecting me. But Lil Nas X, I think from the beginning of his career has been very he says a line in the song where he's like, every time I speak, it's a sign of the times, and kind of, cementing himself as like a prolific artist, or every time that he says something or does something, because it's kind of pushing traditional narratives that people may not necessarily associate with a young Black man. He feels like he's always kind of, a voice for change, or whatever he's doing is kind of instigating change or movement within society, which in his case, Old Town Road is still one of the most streamed songs of all time. Like what he did with that song was crazy. There were so many remixes and so many, it's a really lighthearted, fun song and stuff. But, to take that momentum, he was just trying to carve a lane for himself. We didn't know that on the other side of Old Town Road would be a song like, Call Me By Your Name. So, you never know what artists are going to bring out. When you see the career of Michael Jackson, when he started music versus where he was when he, towards the end of his life and career, a very different, page. Madonna's known for changing herself and, innovating always. And, you see Beyonce in her different phases. That's what artists do. They move and they change and they grow, and society follows. So I think that there's definitely a line to be drawn where you understand that, like, people are going to be influenced by what you do and what you say in your music, But then there's some artists who really don't care. They're like, I didn't sign up to be an influence. I didn't sign up to influence your kids. That's your job. You're supposed to parent your kids. You're supposed to control what they see, what they don't see. That's not my fault, you know? And they're not wrong at that same time. You know what I mean? So it's a really
but as a parent, I hate when they say that.
I know. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, because there's so many things I wish my kids did not hear.
I know.
I wish I didn't have to explain it, because they go to school. They're gonna hear it at school. They can get on the internet like everybody else, and it just kind of makes you mad. It's kind of like ish. It's like it's I don't know. Maybe it's like it's raining inside your house, and someone said, "Well, why do you keep getting wet?" Because there's rain inside the fucking house. What are we?
It's so hard. Yeah, it's such a
yeah. But anyway,
yeah.
That's a great point. That's a great point. All right, so let's jump then. First of all, this is Elshaddai Mugato. Did I say your last name?
No.
Please say it for me. I'm sorry.
Mulugeta.
Mulu, Mulu
Geta. Mulugeta.
Mulugeta. Okay, and what's funny? I've always called you Elshaddai. I should have known the last name part. I don't know where the DU came from.
It's because that's where we met. Boy. That's why.
You know what? Maybe that's why. I think I had it in my phone as Elshaddai, and I had DU because that's where.
To remember where you met me.
In case y'all want to know, she's smarter than me too. And by the way, people are guessing. People know that you are definitely Ethiopian. I guess maybe from your name.
Yeah.
Which actually, it's a really awesome name. I looked it up. It says the God of Heaven as the meaning of your name. Is that true?
Yeah, there's a couple loose translations. It's a Hebrew name. The word El means God itself, and El Shaddai is like loosely translated to God Almighty. In Ethiopian, in my language of Amharic, it translates to Hulum Chai, which means one who can do all, essentially. So Almighty is the direct translation, I guess.
That's an awesome name. It's like when we name our little boys King and
Prince and stuff. Yeah.
Princess, and I love it. I think that's awesome. Yeah. And then you wonder, like, what happens when you name your child, Kabasi? Right. Anyway, okay. So do me a favor, everybody. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button right now, please. And also follow Elshaddai. Her Instagram is on this page. It's right here. She wants to get up to 10,000 subscribers. So, or on her Instagram page. And so I'm doing my part. And also you can go to my Instagram, which is Real Boyce Watkins. You can see a post that I put up. In case you can't find it by typing it in, you can just go there and click on that post and it'll take you right there. So Elshaddai, I assume that people would like to hear you sing something else. Do you got more tricks up your sleeve? You got more songs in your pocket?
Yeah, do you mind if I play my guitar on this one? Is that okay?
No, yeah. Well, let me ask everybody listening. Is it okay if she plays her guitar while she sings? Give me a yes in the chat. Let's cheer her on. I think the answer is going to be yes, but let's make it clear. Go ahead. Everybody tell her yes right now that you want to hear her sing with the guitar. So you go ahead and load up the guitar, and I'm going to bounce myself out the screen. I'm seeing all the yeses coming up.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
You guys still hear me? Can you still hear me? I kind of moved my location a little bit.
Yeah, we can definitely hear you. Okay. And I'm gonna go off the screen, but you'll be able to hear me.
All right, sounds good. All right, I'm gonna sing a song called Confetti. I like the song a lot. Let me get situated a little bit. Okay. Gotta keep myself in check sometimes, 'cause I tend to dream real big sometimes. The fancy outfits and the sparkly awards, my name in lights as people lined up at the door. But I gotta remember to take it one step at a time. People seem to think you'll be happier once you reach the top. You'll have it all I'm living for right now. What if tomorrow never comes? I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting for the confetti to fall. I can't just sit around and wait for my life to start. I can make a difference, put a little happiness in someone's heart. The fancy cars, the glitter and the fame, it's all nice, but it won't be worth a thing. Love is bigger, so I'ma stand up for love, yeah. People seem to think that you'll be happier once you reach the top. You'll have it all I'm living for right now. What if tomorrow never comes? I'm not waiting, no, I'm not waiting for the confetti to fall. If there was a rope stretching up to the sky, with all of my dreams at the very top so high, I get so caught up in everything around me moving quickly, I forget to cherish every single moment I receive. I forget about the climb, I just want to get there, don't want to wait in line. Even though it's so clear that I'm called to use patience on this journey that I'm on, and know that I come out alive and it'll only make me stronger. While everybody's focused on the hype, I'll be wondering why we seem to think you'll be happier once you reach the top. You'll have it all I'm living for right now. What if tomorrow never comes? I'm not waiting, no, I'm not waiting for the confetti to fall.
Wow. Oh, that was good. I think that might have been the best one yet. What do y'all think? I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. I think that there's something with that guitar and of course that awesome voice that you have that just kind of just meshes together really nice. I mean, everything was great,
Yeah.
but it's like that last one really, I think, was definitely over the top in the sense that it's like, and maybe for people in my age group, it takes us back to like, India. Well, maybe even before India Ari. What was that lady's name? Somebody give me some names from the '90s that she reminds you of. Who have you been told that you remind people of?
Lauryn Hill for sure.
Lauryn Hill, yep.
Lauryn
And then
Hill.
there was
And like Roberta Flack too, like her original stuff. Roberta Flack, who like Lauryn Hill did a lot of her stuff. And then Cardi Bailey Ray too. She's not 90s though. She's more 2000s. Have you heard her music?
No.
She's the one who did Girl, put your records on. Show me your favorite song. That one.
Nice. I gotta check that out. No, I don't know that one. I'm sure Alicia does. And there was one though that sang that song. I know what you're doing. Yeah. I know it. Yeah. Somebody tell me who that singer is. It Tracy Chapman. Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman.
Boom. That's it. Yeah. I mean, she's one of the best, I thought, to do it with a guitar and an awesome voice.
She's awesome.
Yeah. So I think it's great. Now you, I remember when I met you at DU, you mentioned that you've been invited to sing at the Nuggets game, at a Nuggets, like the national anthem or something like that. And where did they find you? How did that happen?
Yeah, they found me because they actually did a charity game at my high school where I sang the national anthem. And then they were like, oh my gosh, we would love to, get connected with you. So they got my information and had me audition. So then I started singing for their season my senior year of high school. And to this day, I'm still connected with them and I sing for them and a couple of other Colorado teams. So that's been really cool.
Nice. That's very cool. And some people were asking if you were on Spotify. Do you have any music on Spotify?
Yeah, I have one soundscape that I put out, like an original song. It's not like a traditional song, it's more so of like a ambiance instrumentation kind of music. And then I do have a couple of features with friends, but if you just look up my name Elshaddai, you should be able to find it. I'm the only one on Spotify. So
Okay, the only Elshaddai on
the
Spotify.
only Elshaddai.
Now, didn't something happen where you had something that went viral and Diddy shared it or something? Is that right?
Yeah. He was doing like it was, I think it was like the anniversary of Biggie's death.
Mm.
And I had done like a little cover of one of his songs. Which song was it? That was like a couple years ago. Yeah, he saw it and then he reposted it. It was dang. That's crazy. I forgot which song it was.
Is it on YouTube?
No, but if you want, I can make a cover and post it just for the people that are on this live so that they can see it.
Yeah, send it to me because I'd like to check it out. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I assume that Diddy noticed it and reposted it, and then that's
Yeah.
got that's got to mean something, right?
Yeah, he put it on Revolt TV and everything. It was so cool.
Did he really? Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's a big deal.
It's the one that was like, every step I take, every move I make, I'll be missing you. That one.
Oh, I remember. Okay, I know that song.
The one
Yeah,
that he did, yeah, with Faith Evans, I think. Yeah.
yeah. Send me that video. I'll share it because I
Okay.
want people to hear it because I know it looks like you got a few hundred new fans in here. A lot of people really love what you're doing, and I know I do. And by the way, that's her Instagram. I want to keep reminding you of that. And in fact, I'm going to also put her name on the screen so you know her name, so you won't forget her name. And I'm going to spell it Elshaddai. Elshaddai, is that 2 words or 1?
It's 1 word.
Elshaddai. Okay, Elshaddai.
And my artist name, I just go by Elshaddai.
So you just go by Elshaddai.
Yeah,
okay.
just Elshaddai.
Okay, all right. So then I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change. So everybody, so in case you want to know how to spell her name, here's how you spell her name. It's like that, right?
Yep.
Did I get that spell it right?
Yeah,
okay.
Same on my Instagram. I am Elshaddai.
Okay, so I'm going to also share it like this. This is the way we can. There we go. So,
Okay.
oops, crap, I did it wrong. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Do you have? Is there another song that you have? Because I don't think people want to hear me yapping. They hear me yapping. They hear me talking every day. Did you have another song? Is that okay? Are we just like working like a field slave?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can take some requests if there's anything that anyone wants to hear. I was planning on singing a song by Rihanna next. So after that, if you want to hear anything, that's all.
Go for it. Go for it. I'm taking myself off the screen because I want you to sing. Go.
Okay. I'm gonna do this one. Okay. A story of my life, searching for the right, but it keeps avoiding me. Sorrow in my soul, 'cause it seems that wrong really loves my company. He's more than a man, and this is more than love. The reason that this guy is blue. The clouds are rolling in because I'm gone again. And to him I just can't be true. And I know that he knows I'm unfaithful, and it kills him inside to know that I am happy with some other guy. I can see him dying. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the reason why every time I walk out the door, I see him die a little more inside. I don't want to hurt him anymore. I don't want to take away his life. I don't want to be a murderer.
Yeah. Nice, very nice. Everybody give her a digital round of applause. Let her know how great she is. Now, by the way, I have an apology. I have to apologize to Dion Ferris, who actually sang that song. I know what you're doing, and it's not Tracy Chapman. I got mixed up because I'm stupid, so I apologize. Now, do you know any Stevie Wonder songs? Someone did make a request.
Boy, do I.
Pick your favorite Stevie Wonder song. Let's go for it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna sing "Isn't She Lovely" because that's my favorite Stevie Wonder song.
There you go.
Okay. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. I never thought through love we'd be making one as lovely as she. Isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy. We have been heaven blessed. I can't believe what God has done. Through us, He's given life to one. Isn't she lovely? Made from love.
I love it. Very nice. Okay, everybody, digital round of applause. Let's cheer for our young people. They doing the damn thing. They're doing the damn thing. All right. So first of all, everybody who just came in, I'm speaking to Elshaddai Mulugeta. Mulugeta. That's it.
Yes.
And she is an awesome young Black woman who is graduating from USC. She's super smart. She's super talented, as you can see. And just so you guys know, I think she actually, from watching her, I was inspired to say, I've got, some subscribers. So why don't we just do kind of like a little impromptu concert? So if you know, I'm almost nervous to say it because I always get a flood of emails and stuff like this. But if you or someone it has talent and you want to come in and do something like this, we can arrange something like that. Maybe that'll be our way to support the artists that we care about and the ones that we want to see successful, instead of being mad because Cardi B is selling extra WAP, to your kids. Anyway, no disrespect to Cardi B, very talented lady. But I don't need to hear about your WAP in every song. Like, this not in every song, not in every other lyric. But anyway, okay, so Elshaddai, I got my last question, and then I'd like for you to think about what you'd like to do for your last song. Is everybody by the way, Cheryl says she loves your dimples, and Andrew Robinson says you're beautiful, and there's a lot of other people in here that are just saying wonderful things about you, and it just shows how positive and loving our people are when we see young people that are just doing what they're living their life, living their best life, their passion. And we want you to be happy. I want you to be successful. I want you to feel good every day that you're breathing. And that's what I believe is part of my job, right? Is to say whatever it is, we all go through stuff, ups and downs and all that. I just want you to be happy, like find your bliss, like that's my 2 cents for you, is find your bliss and do good things for the world, and the world will do good things to you. So that's my old man advice for you. Now, let me ask you this question. One thing about being an artist that's interesting is I've kind of analyzed artists. I do not consider myself to be an artist, but I have some creative capacity. Like, when I write articles or when I do videos or whatever, when I'm doing something.
Your content creation alone, boys, like you're an artist in a lot of ways.
Exactly. Yeah. And I certainly acknowledge that, right? Like, and here's what happens, right? When I am creative and flowing and just getting it done and doing the damn thing, there's a part of me that almost feels like Tupac in the studio, like making another song, like Tupac was super productive. He made so much music that literally 20 some years later, he was still having new music coming out because he has so much. And I'm kind of like that. I love to make content, but here's the thing. I find it's really draining. I find that when you're at your best as, as an artist, content creator, whatever the case may be, when you're really like just in your zone and you're killing it, you come back and you just, I at least for me anyway, I'm like, okay, I got to go into a dark room and be quiet and recharge a battery. Like if I get crazy, I'm not
hibernation, basically.
Yeah. I'm not, in any way, again, I say this humbly, but like if I go out and I just lay it down, like I know I gave a great speech and everything else, I'm so drained. And it seems to me that being an artist, that's the part that would worry me, is that it seems like you can get to the point where you're so immersed in your art, in your character that you're playing in a play or the song that you're making or whatever, that you can just go to these crazy emotional places. And sometimes it almost seems like it's hard to get that back. Like Queen Latifah, I remember when she talked about Set It Off, when she did that dramatic scene when she got shot up and she's like, right? and she was just like how she felt afterward. Or Heath Ledger when he played the Joker, and then he's dead a few months later. You know, do you see that? I mean, it seems to me that artists they're just a different breed. Like, I'm talking about real artists, not people. I don't consider myself to be a real artist, but I'm okay, right, in what I do. But the real artists,
a creative.
Yeah, the real creatives, like, it seems like that emotional part is kind of, it can go to scary places. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, 100%. I personally consider myself an empath, and I think a lot of artists that are really serious about what they do and their calling just on this planet as artists and creators, they know that they do they feel a lot deeper than maybe the average person. They feel joy, and they feel pain, and they feel hurt, and they feel happiness, all those basic human emotions, but also like the deeper nuances in a lot more vivid color, maybe, I think is a good way to see it. And I definitely agree. I've had my own personal bouts with creative exhaustion. I think being in the pop program at USC, we're taking 7 to 9 classes a semester, doing, you know, vocal training and drums and piano and pop performance and stage training and all these things. And then we're learning music, and we're performing music on a consistent basis every single week. New music every week. Learn it, perfect it, perform it, rehearse it, do it again. Like, and when you're touring, it's the same thing. When you're in the studio, it's the same thing of, you know, really just pouring out. And to be honest, it's really interesting because I'm actually writing music with Stevie Wonder's son right now, Mandela, for his debut project, which is super exciting. But we were literally talking about how creating a song is almost like giving birth to like a child or something. Like it's a lot of labor. It's a labor intensive process. You know what I mean? You're creating something that literally will be on this earth forever. When you pass away, Michael Jackson will never be back here, but his music will always be here. So to be able to create something is not as simple as just putting some chords together. You're really, you know, taking your experiences, your life experiences, what you're feeling in the moment, what you felt throughout your lifetime, and putting it into a piece of music that will literally outlive you. So we have to really give a lot more credit to artists, I think, than we do right now, because what we do is really intense, you know. But what you were saying about just those emotional needs as artists, I think it's really important to take care of your mental health. I'm a really, really big advocate for mental health, because I just think that the society we live in today, you know, especially in America, just requires so much of us on a day-to-day basis. There's really not time to rest or relax or just, you know, take a break without, you know, pay time off, or like make sure you're accumulating hours. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be like this. It's just a lot. There's a lot of demand. And I think that it's easy to kind of get caught up in the wheel, right, of productivity and just making stuff and doing stuff and working and making money and stuff. But mental health is so important, because if your mind isn't right, like, you're not right, and you can only do anything when you are okay, first and foremost. So I think that that's really important, especially for my generation. I really just strive to be an advocate for mental health, to be an advocate for self-care, because in a world of social media and Instagram and Facebook and images and pictures and perception and all of this stuff, yeah, people are creating brands and people are getting paid off the internet. That's really great, but it's a lot of work. It's the same work. It's the same content creation, what you're doing. That's why I'm saying, like, you're an artist too. You're creating content, you're pumping stuff out. Like, that's not easy. You know what I mean? So, you know, anyone who is doing anything creative, and if you're on Instagram, you're doing something creative. You're posting photos, you're posting an aesthetic, you're creating a narrative for people to follow, all of that. We just have to make sure that we do take time to unplug and just recharge and reset ourselves, because the mind is really fragile, and once it goes, you know, it's really hard to get it back. So making sure that we're taking care of ourselves, taking self-care days. I take Sundays off. I don't work on Sundays. I don't do shit on Sundays. I don't do homework on Sundays. I just sit with the words, sit with my guitar, just try to, you know, just reconnect to my existence. You know what I mean? I think it's really important to do that. So definitely take care of yourselves.
Well, you know, I love that. You know, it makes me think about the movie Soul, the Disney movie Soul. Did you see that?
I love that movie. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite movie of last year. Yeah.
Yeah, and when they talk about you know, being in the zone, and whether you're talking, but there were two zones, it seemed. There was the zone where you're living your best life and you're really exercising the gift God gave you, and you know, whether you're a great artist or a great athlete or anything, right? You're creating and you're just feeling it, right? And the other zone is when you're stuck in the rut, and that's where you haven't you haven't taken that time to reconnect with life and why you're here or purpose or anything. And you're just doing something that someone told you to do. Like you're getting up every day, get up, go to work, come home, go to bed, get up, go to work, come home, go to bed. And you're living the same day over and over again until you grow old and die. And in a way that sort of transition's interesting, because I was reading recently about Karl Marx, and I was trying to understand Marxism. Because I know the founders of Black Lives Matter are Marxists. I'm not a Marxist, right? But I'm not a capitalist, right? And but I wanted to understand Marxism just to see what the core ideas here. And one of the things that was interesting is that I concluded that it is really strange that we live in a world where the creativity of entertainment, whether you're making movies or music, is driven by capitalism. Because capitalism lives, the capitalist industrial complex kind of lives on the darker side of the zone, where you're in the rut, you're getting up every day doing this work that has no purpose,
the money for the money,
for that paper, right?
As long as it gets money,
right. And Karl Marx criticized that. Karl Marx used to say, like, that's BS, like you're wasting your life when you're sitting there and you're just like hammering a nail all day or whatever. And what he felt was that your life should be spent doing things where your work is a reflection and a manifestation of who you are, right? It has purpose, right? Like I made this really perfect chair or this really, awesome ink pen because I just love this color and it, whatever, right? And or this beautiful song, and so it's almost like it kind of comes in between, to the point where there almost needs to be a branch of like Marxist capitalism, if you will, in the sense that I, as a person who understands the power of money and wealth as an avenue for freedom, right? I actually pursued that though for reasons that I think Karl Marx would approve of. I wanted to build a business and build wealth so I could get free and really do what I wanted to do. Like really,
that's what you love. Like you actually like finance. It's something that you're passionate about. Yeah.
Yes, I love finance and I love Black people. I like when they mix together.
Me too. Trust.
Yeah, we mix it together like finance and Black people. That's me. That's intelligent Black people. We're talking about money. We're talking about Black people and Black power and
generational wealth.
There's like purpose there, right? And it's great because it's like the movie Soul, where you go from the dark side of the zone, where you're in the rut, and you reject that, and you can use your economic security as a way to escape that, to go to the brighter side of the zone, where you're really doing something you love. And you and I've talked about that. Right. Yeah. You as an artist, and me saying, please don't be like these other artists and go into art without having some understanding of business and economics, so you can put yourself in an economically secure position so you're really free to be an artist. Right. Yeah. Because if some stupid corporation is telling you what kind of song to put out, you're not an artist. If they're telling you what type of movie formula you must follow as a director, you're not an artist anymore.
You're a robot. Right. You're not a
there you go.
Artist. Yeah.
There you go. So anyway, all right. So I'm going to be quiet now, and I know. Let me ask everybody in the chat. First of all, Elshaddai Mulugeta, Elshaddai Mulugeta. That is her name, and you should look her up. Her Instagram is I am Elshaddai. That's how you can follow her. So everybody, go follow her on Instagram. Please hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. And Elshaddai, I assume that everyone would like to hear you sing another song. Give me a yes in the chat if you'd like to hear her sing another song. And while you guys pour your yeses in, I'm actually going to type in an email address that you can send your work to if you want to be considered. You kind of inspired me, where I'd like to actually do little concerts like this. So maybe once every week or two, we could do something like that. So I'm going to put the email address in there. You can send your information to that address. And maybe we can do something like that, because we already do Black Movie Night. But why not have something where somebody comes and sings? That would be awesome.
That'd be so cool. Yeah, the Elshaddai segment, like the Elshaddai music segment, and it'll be like other artists. And like, if you ever want to bring me in, like I will be here and I'll.
Oh, I gotta name it after you. Oh, okay. I could do that. I could do that. Well, you know what? I'm just
that capitalist. I would like 10%, please.
Well, wait, hold up. They start talking crazy now.
Isn't that crazy? Like, you can't have any ideas. Like I do anything and I'm like, oh, that's a really cool idea. And some person would be like 10%. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, like, no, I'm just making fun. I'm just joking.
Well, I got you back. I got you back 100%. So I would like, so anybody, okay, it looks like they're saying that they would like to hear you sing again.
Okay.
And let me see here. I'm looking here. Okay, Tim Wright says, let's go. So Tim Wright, he was telling me to shut up, boys, and let the lady sing. He didn't say that. He said something else, but that's how I interpreted it. So I'm gonna be quiet and let you do your thing. Go ahead, girl.
All right, I'm gonna sing some Lauryn Hill because we gotta have some Lauryn Hill in here. I'm gonna do acapella again for this one too.
Nice.
It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. Loving you is like a battle, and we both end up with scars. Tell me who I have to be to get some rest, surprise to see. See, no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will. Is this just a silly game that forces you to act this way? Forces you to scream my name and then pretend that you can't stay. Tell me who I have to be to gain some rest, surprise and see. See, no one loves you more than me, and no one ever will. No matter how I think we grow, you always seem to let me know it ain't working, it ain't working. And when I tried to walk away, you'd hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. This is crazy. There you go.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Everybody give Elshaddai a digital round of applause. Let her know that we're proud of her, and it was awesome. And it was nice to hear Lauryn Hill. You know, Lauryn Hill is just one of the special ones, one of the great ones, and the great talent of all time. And there will be no other Lauryn Hill. And so this has been really awesome. And I appreciate you giving us a whole hour of your time, and I want everybody to follow Elshaddai. Her Instagram's right there. I am Elshaddai. So go follow her and check her out. You know, she's not just a great talent, but she's also a great person and very intelligent and very B1. So she's one of us, and so these are the types of people that we want to support. Don't just talk about what you don't like. Let's talk about what you do like. Let's talk more about what we love as opposed to what we hate. Mm-hmm. In fact, if you spend all your time loving things, you ain't got time to be hating on nothing. So, so thank you, Elshaddai. It has been a tremendous pleasure and an honor to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, and thanks for everyone. I can't see the comments while I'm performing, so I'll definitely have to go back and check what everyone was saying. But just thanks for all of your kindness and just your support, your encouragement. Definitely go follow me on Instagram, and if there are any videos or clips on there that you like, if you share them on your Instagram stories and you can reach more people and stuff, we'll definitely get to 10K by the end of the year. So I'm really excited to just continue growing this fan base, and then we're going to start putting out some music. It's going to be really cool. So really looking forward to connecting with you guys on there. And thanks for letting me be on your live, boys.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you. This has been so much fun. We should have done this a long time ago.
I know. We'll do it again, though, for sure.
We'll have you back for sure. Okay, well, everybody, have a good evening, everybody, and thanks again, Elshaddai, and I guess we'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.